Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to start Act 2. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to our first channel member who subscribed at Tier 2, our Games Maestro tier, Pikapone91, so thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. It really does mean so much to me that you've done that for me. I hope you enjoy your new perks, so thank you very much. And as always, I gotta mention at the start of the video, I am now partnered on YouTube, and it's all thanks to you guys' help, so thank you so much, you guys. It really does mean the world to me that you got me to this point. Now that I'm partnered, you guys can now join my channel and become exclusive members for members-only content, including loyalty badges, access to live streams, members-only community posts, as well as video shoutouts, so please do make a contribution and join the channel. It would really mean so much to me. Your support up to this point has already meant so much to me. Taking the extra step would just mean that much more. So let's go ahead and get started with this, and get on started with Act 2.
The caravan is prepared. We may now journey eastward to Loot Golain.
All right, I guess we're going to Loot Golain. So let's head east.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Loot Golain, with a great sea beyond. We made camp there last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of Destruction, who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within the tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Loot Golain. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Greetings.
All right, welcome to Act 2. Hello there, Jaren.
Greetings, honored traveler. I am Jaren, Lord of Loot Golain, and I bid you welcome to my fair port city. I'm glad to know that once again, caravans are free to travel through the Western Pass. For some time now, we have been under siege by an evil power that I cannot identify. Strange, it all began when a dark wanderer came this way, looking for the tomb of Talrasha. No one knows exactly where Talrasha, keeper of Baal, is entombed, but it is certain to be far out in the desert. Now my people whisper tales of the dead rising from their tombs, and horrible creatures lurking amongst the moonlit dunes. Even I have witnessed things which I cannot explain. I've ordered the port closed and all trade ships moored until I am sure that my city is safe. Atma, the tavern keeper, has an important mission for you. Go see her immediately. You'll find her on the other side of town. Now I must return to the palace. I apologize, but I can't invite you in. Things are rather a mess right now.
Yeah, don't worry there, Jaren. You take care of what you need to take care of. Let's go ahead and talk to as many people as we can talk to here. Hello there, Lysander.
How do I know I can trust you, hmm? You may be as shifty as that pack rat Elzix who runs the inn. And if you need a potion, though, I suppose I can make you one. For a price, of course.
Yeah, I'm sure you'd be willing to trade me or sell me things.
You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube. According to Horadric lore, the cube can restore a Horadric staff. To do it, use the cube as you would a scroll. When the cube opens, place both pieces of the staff into it and use the cube's transmute power. You'll be pleased to know that the cube has other alchemical uses as well.
Very good.
I know much about the ancient religions. I was trained as a paladin of Zakarum in the Eastern Koras Temple many years ago.
Hey, that's good to know. It's good to know you were trained as a paladin. I'm glad to hear that.
I don't expect this of you, but if you want to help me, I would be grateful. In the sewers below our city, there lurks a horrid creature that hungers for human flesh. The creature has killed many, including my son and my husband. If you destroy it, I will reward you. Please, be careful though. That beast has taken enough from us already. The sewer entrance is through the trapdoor, just up the street.
Okay, Atma, I will take care of this for you. We will find Radamant and find Radament's lair in the Leucolane sewers and kill him. That is what we shall do now. But first we must, let's see here. We have to find something to raise our Iron Golem off of, so let's find something to raise our Iron Golem off of. 6 to 71 lightning damage? Sure, why not? That'll work. That'll get the job done just fine. The Great Axe of Storms. Let's go ahead and raise our Iron Golem off of that. That'll get the job done in some fashion or another. Let's see here. Are we all set to get started with this nonsense? I think we are. I think we are good to get started with the quests in Act 2. So let's go to the sewers. I am very freaking terrified about how this is going to go. Well, with all of the fire arrows that are going to be thrown at us from a very long distance. And I am very, very scared that we are going to die a very painful death in the process of all of this nonsense. I am very scared that we are going to die very, very easily. But let's go ahead and raise our lovely skeletons. It's what we must do. We must raise the skeletons all day long. Hopefully we can avoid encountering too many Burning Dead archers, because Burning Dead archers are going to completely well, speaking of Burning Dead archers, they are going to completely annihilate everything that I hold dear. There is no doubt in my mind that they are going to completely destroy absolutely everything that I hold precious in my heart. So that's going to be an issue for us, is Burning Dead archers. So I'm going to hope that we can, maintain our minions for a decent amount of time, but who's to say? I certainly can't say, because their arrows are very, very painful. They deal a lot of damage, and they are, yes, very, very painful. But the good thing, though, is that our summonings have some decent elemental resistances, which is what we like to see. Star Snarl the Dead. He's fire enchanted and teleportation. I mean, Burning Dead archers are already fire enchanted, so that's nothing new. Hey, look at that, we leveled up. That's always fantastic to see. Always nice to see a level up in the process of destroying things. So let's go ahead and destroy this dried corpse. He has a ton of life, which is a problem, but that's okay. He is relatively easy to take care of in most fashions. All right, let's go ahead and level up real quick. Let's level up 2 to strength, and the rest into vitality. Hold on a second. There's something I want to test. Let me go test something real quick here. I don't think these weapons that we have in our stash are going to be stronger than what we have. I really doubt it. But I'm going to test this real quick. I'm quite curious to see if these are going to be any stronger than what we have. 107 to 156, not stronger. 79 to 111, not even remotely close. So those are going to be sold. I'm going to go ahead and sell those, because those are not worth keeping. Let's go ahead and increase the skills of one of our things here. Question is, what do we want to do? I'm going to go ahead and do Skeleton Mastery. That is what I'm going to do, is Skeleton Mastery. Feel like that would be a beneficial thing to do, is Skeleton Mastery. So let's go with that. Let us go with that and make it so our skeletons can survive a little bit longer. Oh no, Gore Crawler the Jagged. He's teleportation and stone skin. Could lead to issues. But we are cursing these dried corpses, so hopefully we can kill them in a relatively efficient fashion. But they're destroying my skeletons very, very easily, which doesn't really surprise me in any fashion. But can we kill off Star Snarl? Where is not Star Snarl, Gore Crawler. I'm thinking of the previous elite enemy that we fought. I'm thinking of the oh, and Doomvex. There were 2 elite dried corpses. No wonder there was such a large amount of dried corpses sitting there. No wonder there were so many of them, because there were 2 elite enemies just kind of hanging out there. How utterly fantastic times this is. Now, I'm kind of concerned that the sewers are going to be absolutely enormous here in Nightmare difficulty. Just a little bit concerned that these are going to be a little bit larger than what we're used to. Oh no, this is going to be a problem. This is going to prove to be a problem. Whenever we see enemies with might, we know we are going to be causing issues for ourselves. Because might, I'm not sure how much damage might is increasing our enemy's damage by, but we do know that it's increasing our enemy's damage by a significant amount, so we need to be careful about that. Which one of these Sand Raiders has the, that's the question. I'm not sure which one of these Sand Raiders actually has the Might aura. It's one of them. I'm not sure which one it is, though. Suppose we'll figure it out. Stormburn the Hungry. He's Fire Enchanted and Aura Enchanted. But can we take care of him? Yes, we can take care of him relatively quickly. Which is a good thing. And exactly what we desire. So let's go ahead and raise our skeletons back into existence here. Here we go. Gotta do that every 2 freaking seconds, because these enemies here in Act 2 are gonna be very, very scary. Act 2 Nightmare difficulty is going to be terrifying, as has been quite shown here. Now where are we going? We are looking for sub-level 2. Oh no, my weapon broke. Well, fudge. Well, fudge. I guess that means I gotta repair it. I guess that means I gotta go repair it and sell all this stuff that we don't need here. Sell all that nonsense and put it all in our inventory before we die and lose all that money. Hopefully we don't lose all that money by dying. That would be unfortunate. And not something that we like to see. But so far this place is turning out to be rather huge. So far this place is turning out to be rather huge. Skull pile. At least the Burning Dead Archers, they don't seem to have all that much health. I mean, they deal a lot of damage, but they don't seem to have all too much health. Which is a good thing. So they're relatively easy to take care of. I mean, they deal a lot of damage back to us, but it doesn't take too awfully long to kill them, which is perfect. And exactly what we like to see is something that doesn't take too awfully long to kill. Take that greater healing potion. It's what we want to see. We want a greater healing potion. There's the way to Loot Golain there. It's the other way to the entrance to the sewers. What we like to see. All these dried corpses. So much undead hanging out in the sewers. Crazy town this is. Hello there, rat's nest. Just gonna go ahead and release all those rats into the world by disturbing their nest. And getting the lovely, lovely collectibles that they decided to wrap their nest around. Hello there, level 2. Now, I can't remember. I'm already forgetting whether this place has 2 sublevels or 3. I think there's 3 levels. Mold Fist. Spectral Hit and Teleportation. Mold Fist. That's a funny name. So we've just got Burning Deads now. We don't just have Burning Dead Archers. We have regular Burning Deads now. That just deal fire damage in their melee attacks. Which is terrifying. But my minions have some decent fire resistances, so they're not dying at too terrible of a rate, but they are dying. Indeed, that is definitely still happening, but at the same time, we are still taking care of them relatively easily, which is a good thing. So there was a fanatic whatchamaface there. Was he by himself? Nope, here's the rest of them. That fanatic just was such a crazy guy that he decided to go way out ahead and fight us by his lonesome. He didn't want to fight with the rest of his champion friends, which is his prerogative, I suppose. But it didn't lead to good things for him. Whoa, 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 whoa! Taking a lot of damage here, taking a lot of unnecessary damage here by these champion sand raiders. Got to be careful here. These guys, they deal a lot of damage, and I'm very, very scared about them. That's okay, because they did not destroy me too terribly bad. There's a serpent skin armor there. That's kind of cool. We don't really need serpent skin armor. What we have right now, we currently have serpent skin armor, but the serpent skin armor we have currently gives us a whole bunch of health, which is what we desire. We definitely want to keep something that gives us 50 to some odd health. So that's what we are going to keep for the time being until we find something better, which I don't know if we will anytime soon because, again, it gives us 50 health. Hopefully we can find something in the future that gives us a decent amount of health to replace this armor, but there is no guarantees anywhere in that sense. There is no guarantee that we will find anything better than what we have currently. I certainly hope we do, but who knows? I certainly don't know. I certainly have no idea whether we'll find anything better. Who's to say? I certainly can't. Skeletal archers, what can you tell me about whether I'm going to find something better? Do you have any premonitions about whether I will find armor that's better than what we have currently? I certainly hope you can, because right now I'm just kind of wandering around aimlessly without any idea. Battle dart? What's a battle dart? It's a little throwing dagger. It's a little throwing knife. That's kind of cool, I suppose. I can get down with a throwing knife. I'll never use it, because we have an axe. We have a lovely war axe. So that's what we are going to be using instead, is a war axe rather than a throwing knife. Throwing knives are better for Amazons, and among other things. So we are not worried about such things right now. We are not worried about such things right now. We have other things to worry about. We have other things to worry about. All my minions are getting stuck in a hallway. They got stuck in a hallway, which is not necessarily what I wanted to have happen. Now, I'm assuming Burning Dead mages actually, or Burning Dead archers have resistances to fire. That's what my guess is. And I'm guessing that in Hell difficulty, they'll probably be immune to fire. That's what my guess is, but we're quite a ways away from Hell difficulty, so let's not get ahead of ourselves and start talking about Hell difficulty already. We are quite a ways away from that. So let's focus on Nightmare difficulty here. Let's focus on where we are right now rather than think too much about the future, because the future is the future, and the future is a long ways away. Oh no, my iron golem is dying. Can I keep my iron golem alive, or am I gonna have to use this portal? I don't know. I'd rather keep my iron golem alive because I raised him off of something relatively powerful. So I'd much rather keep him alive if entirely oh no! We're out of town portal scrolls. That is something that's not necessarily good. So let's go ahead and buy some more town portal scrolls. I'm glad I looked at that. Do you sell town portal scrolls? Yes, you do. Thank you very much. I was wondering. I was like, wait, what? Like, does no one sell town portal scrolls in nightmare difficulty? What is this nonsense? What is this crazy nonsense? But I was wrong. I was just looking in the wrong place. Made myself look like a foolish fool for not knowing where town portal scrolls are. I'm not exactly sure why I'm not actually, you know, like reviving these Burning Dead archers. I feel like that would be, you know, beneficial. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and revive some Burning Dead archers. I keep forgetting that we even have the ability revive. That's just something I keep forgetting we even have. So let's go ahead and make use of that, shall we? Let's make use of the ability revive and actually use it in some fashion or another. That might actually be something smart to do, is actually use revive and destroy our enemies with it. Because, you know, that's what we like to do. But the problem is that our enemies are moving our friends are moving very, very slowly. Our revived enemies are moving very, very slowly, just kind of hanging out in the back. Which is not necessarily what we want. We want our archers to be available and shooting at our enemies, but they don't seem to be wanting to do that. They just seem to be wanting to move slowly and hang out in the back, not wanting to do anything. Which is a shame. Which is a darn shame. Alright, onwards to level 3. Radamant. I challenge you, Radamant. Where are you? Where might you be? Because I challenge you to fisticuffs. I am very terrified, though, about fighting Radamant, because the horrors are going to be terrifying. Hello there, huntresses. Because I'm pretty sure horrors deal lightning damage, and I am very scared about lightning damage by horrors. That is going to be very scary. Very scary and very damaging. And it's going to hurt my very soul. Hurt the very depths of my soul. Oh, speaking of lightning, though, we got ourselves some lightning resistance. That'll help a little bit. That'll help just a little bit. Some lightning resistances. We're only at 45% lightning resistance, but hey, it helps just a little. Steel Maul. He's magic resistant, among other things. He's magic resistant, cursed, and immune to fire. So we're just cursing each other, basically, is what we're doing right now. We're just cursing each other left and right. But I am not particularly scared, because you guys are just some Burning Dead, and you guys are not particularly terrifying. Steel Maul, you're magic resistant, but I'm not all that terrified of you. In all honesty, you guys are not all that scary. So thank you, but no thank you for existing. Go ahead and raise up our mages here. Get our skeletons back. So, oh, a Warhammer. Warhammers are actually quite nice, but the problem is that Warhammers, they swing very slowly. That's the only unfortunate thing about Warhammers, is that they swing slowly rather than quickly. Back in a personal playthrough I did years and years and years and years ago, I had a Warhammer that swung very quickly, like swung very fast, and it was very helpful. It dealt a lot of damage. But I haven't found any Warhammers since that playthrough years and years and years ago that had a Warhammer that swung very fast. Every single one I found since then has swung slowly, so it hasn't been very useful since then. But that's okay. We have an axe that swings quickly, which is all that we really desire right now. So I will gladly take such things. Okay, you Burning Dead, you're taken forever to die for no reason. There's no reason for you to take forever to die. You're just a burning dead. That's all you are. You're just a basic burning dead. Okay, where are we even going? I am not entirely sure. Just looking around, trying to find Radamant. He's got to be around here somewhere. I'm not entirely sure where, though. He could be anywhere. Anywhere at all. So we've just got to keep our eyes peeled. Because he could be just about anywheres. Any place. Anyways. Kill off these dried corpses. At least our huntresses are actually putting in work. They are actually, trying to fight things rather than, wandering around aimlessly, not doing anything whatsoever. Which I appreciate that they are actually doing something. So that is a good thing. I'm not a fan of these very thin hallways where my minions are not putting in any work right now. Is there anything over here? There ain't nothing over there. We ran into a dead end, and we're not making any progress. We are not making any progress. We're just kind of exploring through this. But as always, we're getting lots of experience points, which is really all that matters. As long as we're getting tons of experience points. I need to find a helmet that's better than the helmet we have now, I think. I mean, it's only Eisenhart's horns. That's all it is. We need to find something better. Do we? You know what? I'm gonna go check something. I'm gonna check our stash and see if we have anything better. Hold on a sec. Atma, heal me, please. Do we have do we have anything that's better? It's 1 to Amazon skill levels. That's not necessarily what we desire. Yeah, we don't have any helmets that are better, which is really surprising. So I guess we're holding on to what we have for the time being until we find something better, which could take years. But I suppose that's entirely fine. I suppose it's entirely fine that we have something that's not quite as good as it could be. We'll just hold out hope that we can find something better later. Because our defenses right now are not exactly as high as we'd like them to be. Because we're taking damage a lot more often than we'd like to be. But that's okay. That's okay. Our minions are taking most of the damage. Our minions are taking most of the damage, which is what's the important thing here. We'd much rather have the enemies distracted by our minions than us. But that is something I'm going to have to start paying more attention to. Is me just being, and as we've stated in the past, I just need to start paying attention being more of a cursing thing rather than an attacking thing, because the more I attack, the more damage I take to myself. And the more damage I take to myself, the more likely I am to die. And the more we die, the more likely we are to lose our lovely gold and lose experience points, because that's what happens if you don't have gold on your person. You lose experience points when you die, which is not exactly what we want to see. So we want to try to stay alive, obviously. We don't want to lose our lovely experience by losing our lives. So let's hope that doesn't happen. Let's hope that doesn't happen. Take that town portal scroll. Yeah, this place is turning out to be kind of huge. I'm kind of surprised we haven't come across Radamant yet. Just slightly surprised we haven't come across him yet. This place is quite a bit bigger than I had originally anticipated it would be. But we all know we went into this knowing that the level 3 would be kind of big. But it's a little bit bigger than I had originally thought. Just a little bit bigger than I had originally thought it would be. But no big deal. No big deal. Just trying to raise my flesh flame. Extra strong and magic resistant. Flesh flame, huh? The flame of the flesh. That's a poignard. I will take that poignard because it doesn't take up that much space on our inventory, so I'll gladly take that and sell it. Gladly take that and sell it, because I could probably sell it for a decent amount of money. I am sure I could sell it for a decent amount of money. Which is exactly what I'm gonna do. There is no doubt about such things. Yeah, I'm really surprised we haven't come across Radamant yet. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to be off to the left there. That's what my guess is. So let's go ahead and make our way off to the left. Well, unless we get distracted by all the enemies to the right, which, you know, that's fine too, I guess, because if we get distracted by all the enemies to the left. But let's go to the right, distracted by the enemies to the right. Let me get my lefts and rights, not get my lefts and rights mixed up. That'd be nice. Let's go to the left rather than the right. And we were right. It is going to be off to the left. Kill Radamant. This is going to be absolute hell. This is going to be total hell. Let me do something real quick here. Let me get all my minions into the center of the room here. Let me get my minions into the center of the room here. Feel like that would be smart. But I feel like Radamant is going to be really difficult to kill because he just dealt a shaz ton of poison damage to me. Just dealt a huge amount of poison damage to me. But hopefully we can actually just go ahead and kill off most of his minions. And make it so he has to spend all of his time reviving his minions rather than attacking us. That would be beneficial. Hello there, Radamant. Oh, can I not actually curse Radamant? Yeah, I can. Okay, I was gonna say, is that not something that I can do, is curse him? Yes, go ahead and destroy his face. Man, his poison is extremely powerful. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and stay back here, and let my minions take care of him, because if I even attempt to attack this guy, I'm going to die. So I'm just gonna let my minions take care of this guy. I feel like that would be a smart thing to do, and just let my poison play itself out a little bit here. It's a good thing my Iron Golem is immune to poison, because he's immune to poison, he is not scared of Radamant, even slightly. Not even a little bit is he scared of Radamant. So my minions can very easily take care of this bastard. So take care of him. And my singular melee skeleton is a veteran. He was able to take care of him with relatively little issue. Hello there, Book of Skill. I am still poisoned. Return to Atma for a reward. I am still poisoned. Which is really surprising. I can't believe I'm still poisoned. Let's go ahead and drink that antidote potion. And heal ourselves here. And use the Book of Skill. Let's see, what do we want to give ourselves here? You know what? I'm going to raise Skeleton Mastery again. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise Skeleton Mastery again. Feel like that would be a smart thing to do.
They say that the taste of vengeance is bittersweet, but I find it to my liking. In addition to my undying gratitude, I have spoken on your behalf with the rest of the townspeople. The merchants have agreed to show their gratitude by offering their wares and services at lower rates. Oh, Jaren wants to see you too. You'll find him in front of the palace.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Atma. I'm glad I could be of assistance. Glad I could be of assistance in killing off this this undead demon. The Raven Skewer Poignard. Don't need that. 44 to 67 damage. Holy cow. 1 to Barbarian skill levels. 133% enhanced defense. That's crazy town. Hold on a second. Yeah, it doesn't deal... It's not stronger, but Yeah, it's just that it swings slowly. That's the only problem. So I'm gonna sell that. If it didn't swing slowly, I probably would have, you know, kept that, but it does swing slowly, which is the unfortunate thing about it. But that's okay. Alright guys, that is where I'm going to go ahead and call today's video. So thank you for watching this episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we enter the Rocky Waste and explore out into the desert. And as always, I gotta mention, I am now a partner on YouTube, and as a partner on YouTube, you guys can now become exclusive members by joining my channel and getting members-only perks, including loyalty badges, access to live streams, members-only community posts, as well as video shoutouts. So please do make a contribution and join the channel. It really would mean so much to me if you guys did that. Your support already does mean so much to me, but just taking the extra step would just mean that much more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next episode.